Hello everyone, Yu here, and today I'm going to be going over my Lunalight deck profile for the February 2022 format, post-banlist of course. One Tiger just actually makes this deck so good. Obviously I don't think it's going to be a tier 1 meta threat, but the inclusion of one Tiger, you're basically playing with like 10 Tigers, because there's just so many ways to search it. But, yeah, I feel like this deck can do a lot now. I played the going second list build for a while. I played an OTK deck, but I do really enjoy just the go first aspect that Tiger allows. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Obviously, we're playing the one Tiger. Non-once per turn, reborn, there's so many ways to bounce it to your hand, use it again. You should be resolving Tiger, I think, about 4 or 5 times a turn, probably more. Also, it's got a decent pendulum, or monster effect when it's destroyed, even if it's in the pendulum zone. You can special summon a Lunalight from Grave, so that usually doesn't come up, but it can. If you need to extend further, you can pop it with something like Tornado Dragon. And then we have the triple Kaleido Chick. The best normal summon in the deck is Kaleido Chick, obviously, dumps a Lunalight for cost. The old saying, Chick Tiger. Still true, still an amazing 2-card combo, still does so much for the deck. And then 2 Yellow Marten and 1 Emerald Bird. 2 Yellow Marten, you do need to run 2, because you do want to make sure that you always have 1 in rotation, and sometimes it does get banished before you use its revival effect. Or sometimes it can get banished before you use revival effect, things like Allure of Darkness, stuff like that. You just always want to make sure that there's 1 available to you. And then Emerald Bird. I know not everyone likes playing Emerald Bird, but I just really enjoy it. It can really fix bad hands. It can get you even more advantage. And the fact that cards like Redoer detach for effect to trigger Emerald Bird to Reborn, it just helps you extend even further. And then for an additional normal summon, I am playing Armageddon Knight. I thought about Dark Grepher, but I wasn't too sold on it, because originally this was an Orcust list, and I do want to do some more testing with the Orcust cards, because I do feel like they make the end board a bit stronger. But yeah, Armageddon Knight kind of acts as a 4th copy of Kaleido Chick, because it can dump Yellow Marten, or it can dump something like Emerald Bird. It can dump anything you need. It can also dump the 2 engine requirements, Pseudo Bricks, Zephyros, and Raider's Wing. I originally wasn't playing Raider's Wing, and I realized that if I drew the Zephyros, I still wanted to be able to search something off the Wystrix, because just having that second target meant drawing Zephyros, I still had the extender. And I mean, Raider's Wing is just insane. Hand or Graveyard, it can special summon it by detaching a material from an Xyz monster you control. I just have been personally really enjoying it. And on to the dangers. 1 Jackalope, 1 Snake. What should be 3 Nessie. I can't find my 2nd and 3rd Nessie at the moment, but I really wanted to get this list out there for you guys. But yeah, these should be 3 Nessie. 3 Mothman. I really wish that we could get the Jackalope and Snake back, but I feel like Mothman is the best one we have at the moment, because it is level 4 and it can let you cycle your hand and pitch 4 effect to trigger things like Emerald Bird and Yellow Marten. And then 1 Bigfoot. I wanted to keep the Dark count higher, and Bigfoot, this was originally Thunderbird, but I did like Bigfoot as it's good going second, and also it's a different type than what you're normally doing with Beast Warrior and Winged Beast for Curious plays, because I am still playing Curious, because dumping things like Serenade Dance, that the Curious did stay from the Orcust build, but dumping things like Serenade Dance or an extra perfume and stuff like that, it can be very helpful. Play through hand traps. And then triple Gamma and the Driver. I am playing Lambda in the extra deck, as well as Redoer to trigger it, so this deck is really, really malleable. You can kind of tailor your end board to what you're playing against. And then, yeah, the 1 Scythe, because it didn't get banned, so obviously I'm going to keep playing it. This deck makes Tornado plus Dagda so easily, triggers Dagda so easily. Then onto the spells, we have the 1 Tenki. Gotta play it, it's a Beast Warrior deck. I wish we could play more. Triple Allure, I wish there was a better draw card. This card can get really, really weird, but I feel like it's just too good not to play, especially with the amount of darks we're playing. Triple Perfume, oh my gosh, if this card didn't have a space right there, this deck would have been hit probably a lot sooner. But yeah, Triple Perfume, Reborn, Banish to Search, it's so good. And then it's so good, in fact, we play Triple Foolish Burial Goods to just get Perfume in the graveyard, because it's not only good in hand, it's also insane in the graveyard. And then we play Foolish. I do really enjoy Foolish, because if you open Perfume plus Foolish, I mean, the whole deck kind of revolves around your Lunalights in the graveyard, stuff like that. So this is just a good kind of pseudo-extender. And because Skill Drain's back at 3, I am playing Triple Twin Twitchers in the main. And the last two cards I'm playing are the 2 traps. We're playing Serenade Dance and Flyback. I have actually been really enjoying Flyback, because it can turn, but kind of like the generic combo that kind of covers your grounds is Lambda plus Redoer plus Perpetua at the bare minimum. So you have a spin with Redoer, a negate with Gamma, and then you have a pseudo DD Crow with Flyback. So that's it for the main deck. And moving on to the extra deck, we have for links, we have Omrage. This was originally an Omega, and then it became a Barricade board blocker, and I realized that neither of those cards were coming up very much. So I decided to play Omrage, because this card actually comes up a lot with kind of weird hands where you have like Yellow Martin and a Perfume as your only kind of play. You can still get some stuff going, because it allows you to get Yellow Martin into the graveyard to trigger your Perfume. Lambda, like I said, searches Gamma. It's good at protecting your combos, it's good at being a boss monster in the end phase. Yeah. Nightmare Phoenix, popping back row is good, it can out floodgate, stuff like that. The draw is also very nice, the discard comes up going second a lot. Dagdef, just to facilitate scythe plays. IP, this card is probably the most cuttable. This card should probably be a Barricade board blocker, just because quick linking on your opponent's turn doesn't come up too much. I don't find myself needing this on the board in my end phase, but I do find myself often with cards clogging my hand that I would like in the graveyard, so I do feel like Barricade should be here. Unicorn, just to facilitate the IP. These are both very cuttable, especially if you're playing no, never mind, sorry. Those cards are still necessary in the Orcust build. But this is mostly, I tried to build this originally as an Orcust build, and I wasn't the biggest fan. I do want to do some more testing with it. But these 2 cards are cuttable. Maybe not the Unicorn, since I'm playing Access Code, but the IP definitely is. Curious, still an insane card. It's come up so much in testing, in the small testing I did. A lot of this testing, so to speak, has been on Master Duel, where I've tested a lot of the different builds with albeit 3 Tiger and a lot of the better dangers, but I still feel like, even without the Orcust build, Curious is insane. Appaloosa and Access Code. Access Code can 100% be a Boral Sword. I just have an Access Code, so I decided to play it. Onto the XYZ, we have Force Strix. Searches your Zephyros, can search your Raider's Wing if you already have the Zephyros. Just really good card, helps you get into Curious, stuff like that. Redo and Perpetua. So, Redoer detaches for effect, so it's really good if you have like a Lambda and a Redoer and like a Emerald Bird under it. You can detach the Emerald Bird for effect, banish the Redoer, trigger the Lambda, and trigger the Emerald Bird to bring something back. Perpetua gets your flyback from the deck onto Redoer. And then for the rest of the rank 4s, we have Evil Swarm Nightmare, Dweller, and Tornado. Tornado and Dweller are definitely mandatory. They're probably the 2 best rank 4s in the game. Nightmare just comes up against certain matchups. I feel like it is a very good card. But obviously a lot of this extra deck is up to personal interpretation. I'm not playing the I'm obviously not going heavy on the Raid Raptor engine. I'm only playing 1 4 Strix. I'm not playing the Y Strix. I do want to do some testing with that build as well, but I feel like that's kind of been run into the ground and doesn't let the deck do what it does best. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.